All right, here is another project for you in a color wheel. These are crystals. They're faceted stones that you are going to use color to fill in with. So these are super easy to draw. I didn't even use a ruler for them. This is kind of the base level, but you start with a triangle. You can use a ruler. You can make it look much better. And then I kind of bring the angle in. Right, and then of course there might be another one down here sticking out at an angle like this, and then I fill it in, right, because crystals grow kind of in weird angles. I can make it more complicated by bringing down different facets. That's what these are. It's the way the light reflects it. That's why diamonds are shiny. That's a whole other project. That one's more complicated, and you will have the option of doing that one. So, however you want to make your crystals, you guys know how to do the three-dimensional thing. So basically it's a box without finishing it, okay? Or cube, as it were. So then you're going to outline them once you get your composition, and then you're going to choose a color scheme. I haven't quite decided yet what I'm going to do, but I want some green sparkly crystals down here at the bottom. So the other ones might be pink, and I might call it complementary. So if I put the water there like that, and I put a nice little yellow-green color in it, that can be my light, right? Then I don't have to put the water down first. I can just put the straight color. It's kind of a big brush for these, but it's better for the big ones, right? So I'm going to just do that color on all the right side of the panels. They are not panels, they are sides or facets. And then this one that's behind it, I am going to make it a little bit darker green because it's behind it, and I want it to stand out next to the yellow one that it has. If I really want to show its three-dimensionality, you can add a little bit darker at the base, of course. I'm using kind of snippets of colors here. Make it kind of fade into that green. See how I did that? With a little bit more blue added. Then I'll do this one over here. This way I've got the same colors. That way I don't have to go back and make more and try and remember what color I actually put there. You know what I mean? Hopefully. And I'm going to make a little bit more of that nice yellow green for the tops. Okay. Remember that when watercolor dries, it usually dries lighter than what you're painting with. So you really want to make sure you have a color you're happy with before it dries. You can always go back and add more colors if it dries too light. Obviously, you can't erase once it's dry. And then on the top here, I'm going to just really go with mostly yellow. That's a real thick yellow in the sense that I've not added water to it. If I add water to it and just pull that color across, it makes it lighter. See that? And it'll dry that way. It gives it a nice tonal variation, a hue color change, a hue change, as it were. A little bit more. The bigger ones you can do more with color-wise, right? See how half my brush is loaded with paint, half is loaded with water. Kind of bring that out leave an edge somewhere that you want it. And you can come back with just plain water and pull that color out so it's lighter. And you'll see it a lot better when it dries. But it's kind of nice to be able to play. That's one way you can play. And then I'm going to fill in this side of it. So just try not, make them all the same color. That's fairly similar, but not quite. That's the nice part about watercolor. When you add water, it's kind of like you're creating a tint of that color. So it gives you a lot of different colors and value that you can use. So there's the first part, and now I'm going to go ahead and I guess do, like reds and purples for the top. So those will be complementary colors, because yellow and purple are a set of complementary colors, and so are green and red.